Escape to the world of your dreams with Windows Mixed Reality and hardware from Acer, Dell, HP, Lenovo, and Samsung. You can escape the everyday into a world of imagination. Personalize your virtual home with great content and surround yourself with apps from 20,000 available titles. Pre-order your Windows Mixed Reality headsets now at firstlooks.tv/Microsoft.
So our next interview is right here. Why don't you go introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Eric Chan. I'm from Florida Polytechnic University, and I'm here on the behalf of the robotics club called Purple Fire, as you can see right here.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you're in college already.
Yeah.
So you went through FIRST.
Mm-hmm.
First.
I went through FIRST Tech Challenge,
Oh, fun.
but most of the time I associated with VEX. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You were able to do like a lot.
Yeah, did it like a lateral shift just now.
Yeah.
Nice. So Polytech.
Yeah.
How's that?
Polytech is amazing. The campus is like gorgeous. The main center building, it's like got louvers. It's got like some moving parts. Basically, it's got like these louvers that move to block the sun throughout the day. So then while you're sitting in like the common area, you hear like the motors just like creaking as it like adjusts itself to like, and you just watch the shadow like move over you, and you're like, wow, that's awesome, because like we live in Florida. So.
That is really cool. I was able to check out the university last
yeah.
year. It was impressive. So you're from the robotics club there, Purple Fire.
Yep.
What's that all about?
Basically, it's a club that we do all things robotics. So we do FIRST outreach. We have members participate in the FIRST alumni program. We have the members participate in VEX U. We also have a few projects that other clubs wanted us to participate in. So one of the projects that we got asked for was Halloween animatronics. Our school is building a haunted house, like from scratch, from the ground up, and like they came to us to like ask to build Halloween animatronics. So like it was a pretty big project for us, and hopefully we'll be able to see the end result of that soon.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's really cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so
what is your club doing at ROBOTICON this year?
Oh, this year we participated in the first Robot in 1 Weekend event, head by Barry Bonzak. He came to us and asked us to participate in that event, and we gladly obliged, and we built a robot in 1 weekend. Now, we did it a little bit different this year. This is our second year doing it. The first year we had the Rev Robotics kit, and we didn't have enough parts, so we decided to do something different this year with the VEX robot. Since we participate in VEX U, we decided to build a robot out of VEX parts, and basically we have 12 servos on that robot, and it's like functioning really well. And we have it right here in the competition. We're going to start scrimmaging real soon.
yeah, I was also part of a robot in a weekend, but here
Nice.
at the University Mall here in Tampa, and yeah, that was a fun thing. 36 hours of a build.
gosh.
It's a solid weekend just hanging out with nerds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a hackathon, but more for like the robotics nerds, right? Hardware.
Yeah.
So like you can
Yeah.
design the robot, you build it, and you just have a lot of fun. Yeah.
It was, and we had like 2 3D printers. Like we were at like a shop in the mall,
Oh
and we
my
had like
gosh.
set up 2 3D printers, and so we made the part in the morning, and then we were like printing it in the afternoon. It was really impressive, and that robot in a weekend is a great thing to do. More people should get involved.
For sure, more people should get involved in that.
Yep.
What was your favorite thing that your robot in a weekend robot could do? Because I know what ours was.
It could drive.
Okay, so for those of you watching, that is a bigger deal than it sounds like.
Yeah.
We were at least 2/3 of the way into our time before the thing moved at all. So
Really?
yes, that is
Yeah.
a bigger deal than it sounds like.
Yeah. We built a H drive chassis, so like it can
Whoa.
move laterally. So like we had 5 motors, 1 for every wheel, and then the 4 wheels, typical 4-wheel setup, and we have like an extra wheel in the middle, and that one was able to move the robot laterally because we use Omni wheels.
Oh.
So because in this game we have a lot of you need to move side to side a lot, because when you're
Yeah.
going to that like scoring zone for the glyphs, you can't like back in and then try to back up and then back in again, try to get that like
Yeah.
right row that you're trying to set up.
You do
So
a
we
lot of
decided
it.
on that. Yep. Yeah. So I believe that's kind of like our shining moment of our robot. But we built like 2 robots. two full
Whoa.
robots, but we had 3 different designs for like the arm mechanisms, for the lifting mechanisms. One of the mechanisms that I really liked was the we had the flywheel type system that would like lift it up as well.
Oh.
So believe it or not, the flywheels are really good for this first Tech Challenge season because they take in the blocks really easily, and you have them in the perfect position to just like spit them back out. So for all those teams out there, I would highly recommend using flywheels for like the intake, because when we were testing them, they worked really well.
And that's the whole point of having a robot in a weekend.
Yeah.
It's to help those FTC teams that just saw the game, for First Tech Challenge teams who just saw the game and thinking about what kind of ideas they should have, because usually the robot in a weekend happens the weekend that the game comes out.
Mm-hmm.
This year was a little difficult. We had to do it the week after because of Irma. You'll hear Irma all the time. Yeah, and it was a lot, but it's to give teams ideas and show them, hey, this was a weekend and we got a robot to move. And yes, we do have experience, but it's just to show people like what kind of ideas they can get, like the flywheel.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That was something we decided to test on. And it was we came with like some type of matrix of like all the different types of like lifting mechanisms, intakes, and we designed the claw type intake, and we also have the flywheel intake with us right now. So
Nice.
if you guys want to check it out.
Any First Tech Challenge teams out there, you can always just Google robot in a weekend and you'll see videos a lot.
And if you're on the ROBOTICON Facebook page, we've got a camera attached to the field downstairs, and we will be streaming some video off of that field as well.
Yeah, because we got a couple of the robot in a weekend robots here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how about a little bit more about your club?
About my club.
Yeah.
Well, the club's like 3 years old. Florida Polytechnic is actually 4 years old. So like, we got like 1 year in advance, or 1 year after the school was founded, we built the club. I wasn't there at the beginning. I'm a junior right now, but we have senior members that like actually wrote the Constitution and like built the club from ground up. Yeah. We basically what I said earlier. We do VEX robotics. We do FIRST alumni volunteering. We also participate in the Robot in One weekend, and we have a bunch of different projects that like other clubs go to us to ask for help in robotics.
So it's a robotics club. Is there a lot of FIRST alumni?
There are
it?
a lot. Believe it or not, like there's a lot of people who have, like, we got during our first meeting this year, we had at least 70 people. Mind you, this is a school that's like 1,000 people maximum, right? Like it's at max capacity right now, and we had like 7 people show up to our meeting, and at least like a good 75% of them had robotics experience from like either it was FIRST, FRC, FIRST Robotics Challenge, FIRST Tech Challenge, VEX, like all at least 1 year or 2. So it was really incredible to have so many like people in robotics.
Yeah, and it was just a robotics club. It wasn't even like you were like, it was like one of those FIRST alumni organization.
No. Yeah.
It just shows you how many of us there are.
Yeah.
We're everywhere.
It's growing real fast too, right?
It is.
Like every year there's more teams being made, more competitions being added. Like I love that there's more like regional competitions.
Yeah.
And like 2 different worlds. That blew my mind when they're like, oh, we're having
they have 2 different worlds this year?
They have 2 different worlds. One's in
First Tech Challenge.
one's in Texas, and the other one,
I don't know where the other one is.
I forget where the other one is, but there's 2 different ones. There's like Northern World competition and a Southern World competition.
Do they like collide at one point, or no?
I think it's like
It's just 2
different.
different types of.
So this past season, there was one in St. Louis and one in Texas.
Yeah.
So St. Louis has been there forever, and then the winners, at least for first robotics competition, the winner from each one went to New Hampshire and basically scrimmaged in New Hampshire. And this year, St. Louis is moving to Detroit.
Yeah. So yeah, it's like just keeps growing, and like overseas teams too.
Yeah. It's definitely like something that's gonna like move on. Like it's gonna attract a lot of people, and like we have a lot of just a lot of talent that we culture in this like
It is.
robotics.
And like even better, like now, like all those team members who were in high school are now in college and graduating college, so they're in the workforce.
Yep. And they have all that experience just from like when they're in middle school and high school. It's just really good.
It is.
Really good opportunity for like students to get into.
And there's so many job opportunities too. They see like FIRST Robotics and they're like, hey, I was a part of that. I've actually had that happen
Really?
at it was an interview, and they were like, oh, I was part of a FIRST Robotics team. And I'm like, oh, this is great. This is
You know
awesome.
exactly what I'm trying to say here and like
Yep.
what my skill set might be. So
Yeah.
It's good because you don't go out into the workforce with no experience at all.
Yeah.
You go out with just it's not a whole lot, but it's
It can
a
be.
little bit.
It can be, yeah.
Can be.
But it's good to say, hey, I can turn a wrench, or I know how to write lines of code.
or I know what these parts are. Like
Yeah.
I'm familiar with these. I've worked with them before. So
Yeah. So thank you so much for
Yeah, thank you.
everything. Yeah,
No
and
problem.
good luck with your Robot in a Weekend,
Thank you.
showing it off today. I can't wait to see it.
Of course.
It's going to be going against mine, so I'm going to be like, it's going to be, you're going to like my
you're gonna
robot,
like-
I will
okay.
say.
We're a little
Okay.
biased to our own.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a little
Okay.
biased.
A little.
but it's
All right, we'll
there's a big surprise.
I mean, I only
Okay.
worked on it for like a couple hours, so I mean,
I was a full weekend. He
Full
was
weekend.
just
he
one
was
day.
just okay.
Yeah, so a little bit.
Well, thank you for coming.
All right. Thank you guys for having me.